What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training. Today we're going to be breaking down this kind of goal line fade release here from Marquise Hollywood Brown. So we're going to be talking about how he attacks his DB's leverage, how he's able to move him off the platform, and how obviously he's able to get some separation. Okay, but first things first, fellas. Again, our 28-day wide receiver gym program is 50% off. 50% off today only to become a stronger, faster, more explosive, become a better route runner with specific exercises in the gym for 28-day plan, a whole month-long plan. Check out that very first link in the description. Again, 50% off. You probably heard it from the morning video. So I hope we get you guys on that soon. Again, take advantage of this today, only 50% off. Let's get started with this video. So first things first here with Hollywood Brown, you see how he attacks the leverage of the DB, gives that move to the inside, and then it's a race to the back corner. Now, obviously, I think this is a play that we should be able to make as a receiver. I think it's a little bit too far ahead, but sometimes we've got to be able to bail that quarterback out. So by no means am I making an excuse. I think it's a great route, but obviously a great route does not matter unless you finish the play, right? So I want to make that very clear from the start. But now, off the line of scrimmage, this is a great example of how if you threaten a DB to the inside, even when he's not necessarily like way inside shade, because some of the examples we've talked about, this DB's way inside shade, and you got to run a goal line fade, right? This is a perfect example of how you can threaten him with a slant, threaten him by crossing his face and getting him to jump, and that creates space for yourself. So you see when he comes off the line of scrimmage, he gives this little kind of like almost squirt release where you attack that midline inside shoulder. Because again, on the goal line, when this DB's in man coverage, what does he not want to give up? He does not want to let anything cross his face, because that's a very, very tough throw to try to cover if you let somebody cross your face in man coverage like this on the goal line, because all you really need is a yard or two of separation to win the route, right? So make sure that we threaten him in that direction. But I want to close the distance with him and get him into a range where if he's going to get hands, he has to address me and he has to come at me, right? So if I could work him off this platform, get him into that space, he's not going to back up on the goal line, right? That's something that you got to understand as a receiver. If I'm on the goal line and I square this dude up, I don't want to get too close to where I cover myself and he gets hands, because he will not backpedal on the goal line. He is taught not to backpedal on the goal line. He's taught to just sit there, right? Sit there, keep his leverage to the inside. His sideline is his help, so he could just wall you, get hands, and force you to the outside. So keep your range. Don't cover yourself. Don't run into hand contact, right? So now I attack the inside, and you see how he gives this kind of double up, right? So he crosses him up, he gives him a 1-2. And you see how much he throws that hip to the outside. It's almost like a crossover, right? That's what gets the guy to jump. Talk about it a lot, right? Oh, square him up, make a move, then get out of there. But how do you actually make that move? What's the technique behind that move? And you see how he's throwing his hip to the outside. That's what you want to think of this as. And his toes stay forward, weight stays on the inside arch, so he can get some burst and some explosion out of there to get to win that race to the back corner of the end zone, right? So make sure that my head and shoulders go wide. DB's supposed to be watching my hips, so I got to throw my hips to the outside. Don't open up your toe and point it towards over here, because then your hips will open up and you won't have any explosion back to the ball. So it's almost like a crossover in basketball. If you're working this and you find a hard time doing this, almost pretend like you have a basketball in your hands. Or what you could do is you could hold a medicine ball on your right hip, and as you throw, you switch that medicine ball from your right hip to your left hip. It makes you turn your actual body rather than just give a little lean with your head. That's not going to get a DB to bite, right? You want to throw your entire body to the outside, get this DB to jump, and now it's a race to that ball. Main reason I think he didn't get there is because I think he looked back a little bit too soon. I think if right here he would have kept his head down for maybe just like 1, 2, 3 steps and then look back for the ball, he would have had more explosion and he could have gotten to that spot and made a play. So if I'm being real picky, I think that's the reason why he didn't get this thing over the top and it was a little bit out of reach. So if he could keep his head down and push to the outside, I think he makes that play all day. So that's a great thing that you guys can learn from. Make sure we finish that play, but that's how we attack leverage, and you want to threaten that DB to the inside. So watch it again full speed. So he squares him up, gives him that 1-2, head and shoulder fake, accelerate back to the outside and win the race back to the ball. All right, guys, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, leave those in the comments below. And again, 50% off 28-day wide receiver gym training program, full month-long plan to improve your explosiveness, speed, size, strength, everything in the gym as a wide receiver. Check out that very first link in the description. Hope we get you guys on that. I'll see you guys next time.